Hello, everyone. So good to have you here. Welcome to the Chesapeake Bay Caring for Our Watershed Celebration and Showcase for the 2024-2025 school year. Most of you know me, but for those who don't, my name is SJ, and I'm a program manager for EarthForce. EarthForce welcomes you all here this May Day, a day with diverse traditions across the globe. It's a time for celebrating the start of spring, commemorating workers' rights, and honoring various figures and traditions like environmental action. So before we begin, let's hear from you. Take a moment to click on the link in the chat or scan the QR code to complete 2 short polls that answer more about your role in caring for our watersheds. And the second poll will be where you're joining from today. So let's go ahead and start with that first poll. What is your role in caring for our watersheds? You guys can see the live results coming through. That's great. Got our educators and students in the house and some district staff. It's a great combination of partners here today. Take another 10 seconds to submit your responses. Again, you can find that in the chat, the link to respond in the chat. All right, and then our second poll is going to be, where are you joining from today? So using that same link in the chat, it should prompt you now to answer this question. So where in the Chesapeake Bay are you joining us from today? Take about 30 seconds to share your answers. And I think we just need to refresh and we'll start seeing some results. I think most of you, I have a hunch that most of you are from Northern Virginia. We had over half of you participating this year from Northern Virginia, and a few of you in Maryland, and a few of you in Southern Virginia as well. So great to have you all here today. Great. Yep. Got our Virginians. Awesome. That's really fun. Thanks for participating in our polls. It is so great to have you all here today in community together. And again, welcome, welcome, welcome from my heart to yours. For those of you who don't know, this is EarthForce's 3rd annual Environmental Action Civics Week. And we had a really special theme this year that our team voted on, Ripples of Youth-Led Change. I can think of no better way to lean into this theme than showcasing the joy and the good that young people are doing in partnership with adults across the Chesapeake Bay. This event is actually the last of Environmental Action Civics Week, but if you missed any of the other events, including a civic research panel and a partner showcase, they were recorded and you can watch them on your own time using a link on our website. Since this is the last event of the week, we thank you for participating today or in previous events, and we welcome folks to take the survey to give us feedback. Their survey link has been dropped in the chat. All right, if you are new to EarthForce, we are the proud home of Environmental Action Civics. That means we support educators and partners in empowering young people to participate in environmental decision-making in their communities. If you are interested in more of our work, check out our pod using the QR code. It is really fun and cheeky, and there's some really fun bloopers in there from our staff too. A link is dropped in our chat for you to bookmark later, or you can use that QR code on the screen. All right. So now I'm going to turn us to hear from Vince. Vince Meldrum is our president and CEO at EarthForce and has a few words for us. Thank you, Vince.
Hello and welcome to the 2025 Chesapeake Bay Caring for Our Watersheds Awards Finals. I'm Vince Meldrum, the president and CEO of EarthForce. I'm excited to have you here and excited to hear have you hear from the young people from across the Chesapeake Bay who have been working on a number of issues for the last year. They've been tackling everything from the declining pollinator population in our watershed to overuse of plastics to habitat loss and even to water quality itself. And so it's going to be great to hear from these young people and the projects that they have been doing. And I know that's what you all want to get to, but give me just 1 minute to tell you about what EarthForce is. EarthForce is a national nonprofit. We work with adults to help them understand how to work with young people, to engage young people in the identification of problems in their communities that matter to them, and then to identify the root causes of those problems and eventually to take action and engage with their community to try and solve those problems. We've been around for about 30 years and have been working in the Chesapeake Bay for all of that time. We have young people working in 29 states. There are about 69,000 young people across the country that are doing this process. Why we think this is important is twofold. First, our communities face all kinds of environmental problems, and we need young people out there trying to solve them today, not just as future leaders. And second, we think this is the bedrock of democracy. We want everybody to be involved in making the decisions in their communities, and we think young people and other people involved in local decision-making is important and good. And so now on to the Chesapeake Bay part of this. For the last decade or so, we've been working with this fantastic corporation called Nutrien in the Chesapeake Bay area around a program called the Caring for Our Watersheds project. Caring for Our Watersheds engages young people in protecting their local watersheds, just like it sounds like. And every year we award 10 finalists that come from a whole pool of young people, all of whom are doing amazing work. And so this has really been narrowed down to just a few young people that we're excited to share with you today. And the young people that aren't in these finals, they're amazing as well. So if your young person was involved in this, you should pat them on the back. Before I turn it over to my staff to do the formal awards, I want to say one more thing. I want to thank the teachers or educators that have been working with young people across the Chesapeake Bay. They do amazing work. It's really hard to help young people identify really what they want to do and what they care about in their community. So our minds and support goes out to those educators that are doing that work. And educators can be in school or out of school, but either way, we're excited about the work that they've done. And I wouldn't want to go past without thanking the friends and family from all of these young people. Their support, your support in making these and helping these young people become active environmental citizens is incredibly important. And so thank you for everything that you do. And finally, thanks to everybody from EarthForce. We have a fantastic team here led by SJ, who does our work here in the Chesapeake Bay. But really, we have people across the country, all of whom, too numerous for us to go through every name. But I want to thank every one of them for the work that they do in making this possible. So that's it. I'm going to turn it over to the folks that are in charge. Congratulations to all of the young people. I'm excited to hear what you have to say about your projects and excited to see the ceremony myself. Take care.
Hey, sorry, guys. So thank you, Vince, for helping us kick off this program today. Here's what you can expect from the rest of our time together. We will hear from Nutrien, our funder on this program, then view 1-minute snippets of all of your action stories, highlighting the innovative partnerships, actions, data collection, and more that you've been working on. Then we will take a collective pause to recognize the phenomenal volunteers, mentors, districts, community partners, and of course, our educators who have facilitated this year-long process. A little after 3 on the hour, we will start the award ceremony, recognizing all of the projects that participated this year. And finally, we will close out our time together with a reflection reel from young people on what they learned about themselves, their community, and they have amazing advice for other young people who want to take action in their community. So before we hear from our funder, Nutrien, I want to again personally thank you for showing up today and helping us shed the light on the incredible work of young people across this program and share more context about this unique opportunity we have to collectively care for the Chesapeake Bay Watershed. This is a place where all of us reside and all of us love. Our young people know just how big the Chesapeake Bay Watershed is. It includes 6 states and our capital, Washington, D.C. Within it, there are 150 major streams and rivers containing 100,000 smaller tributaries, and among it are the 18 million people that call this place home. In fact, the Chesapeake Bay Watershed is the largest estuary in the United States, running north to south from the mouth of the Susquehanna River in New York to the Atlantic Ocean. It is one of the most productive estuaries in the world, with over 3,600 species of animals and plants. I'm excited to share how young people across this extraordinary place are taking collective action to adapt, protect, and conserve this watershed and improve life for the humans living here as well. So over the past year, young people across the Chesapeake Bay Watershed answered the question, what can we do to improve our watershed? They started by investigating their community, found problems and community partners to help solve those problems. And this spring, they are currently developing innovative solutions to improve the health of our watershed, with the hope and intention that these actions will ripple out and make long-term impacts and even policy changes that improve the ecological and community health. So want to talk to you more about our platform today and the technology we are using. We are streaming live from StreamYard, and that also goes to our social media channels. So you'll see us live on LinkedIn right now, on Facebook, and on YouTube. I saw my colleagues put the YouTube link in the chat. Just make sure you're refreshing if you had it up before we started. We would like for you all to engage with us today. I saw a lot of you are in the chat already. So if you haven't already, let's practice using the chat, which is how we're going to engage. And my colleagues will eagerly reshare your comments on our screen. We really wish that we could all be in person, and we welcome everyone from all over the Chesapeake Bay Watershed, from Southern Virginia to Baltimore to Northern Virginia. And we hope today that you feel the celebratory and reflective nature of this special annual event. So let's practice using that chat feature if you haven't already. Share one word about how you are feeling today at this celebration in the chat. And my wonderful colleague, Kristen Dorfman, will be resharing your comments, and your name will automatically pop up in a banner on the bottom of our screen. So share one word how you're feeling today. Excited. Impressed. Maddie, one word. Excited and nervous. Excited. Hey, Julie. Great to have you guys here. Patty. Stoked. Nice. Nervous and excited. Hopeful. Amazing. Great. Thanks to my colleagues for resharing all these great comments in the chat. Curious. Hopeful. Hopeful is a good one. Happy. Yeah. Light. Awesome. Good to see you, Kirk, or hear from you. Glad you all are feeling hopeful and happy and light and excited, a little bit nervous. That's all to be expected. Awesome. So a quick note before we begin, we are just showcasing some highlights from the action stories today. So if you wanted to view the full action stories, they have been recorded and uploaded to the virtual showcase. So the full action stories include a 5-minute presentation to judges and a Q&A that students just did last week. So although voting has closed, you can still view those action stories at earthforce.org/CFW. So I encourage you, if you haven't already, to view those action stories. This is also the site that you can reshare with others if your action story is up there and you want to share it with other community partners and parents and guardians. So please bookmark this link that is in the chat, and you can come back to it later. All right. So now I'd like to welcome Mike Nemeth, who works for Nutrien Agricultural Solutions. Today, he speaks on behalf of Nutrien as the longtime funder and creator of Caring for Our Watersheds. Caring for Our Watersheds happens all the way from Buenos Aires to California and then in Canada. Mike works in the Global Environmental Sustainability Department, working on projects involving water, biodiversity, and climate. We are super grateful to have you here with us today and to have you as a finalist judge just last week. Let's hear from Mike.
Thank you all for attending the Caring for Our Watersheds final competition. My name is Mike Nemeth, and I lead the environmental sustainability team as part of Nutrien's global sustainability team based in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Nutrien is the world's largest provider of crop inputs and services, reaching every major growing region in the world. In addition to that important role we play in supporting growers to sustainably feed a growing population, Nutrien strives to meaningfully contribute to communities globally and locally in the watersheds where we operate. I would like to thank all of the participants in this competition. You all deserve to be commended on the amount of hard work and long hours you have put into your projects. I had the pleasure of judging the projects, and unfortunately, we could only pick one winner, but each of you should be very proud of what you have accomplished. Nutrien recognizes the importance of the environment to all of us, and we are very honored to be sponsoring this competition. There are 8 contests internationally held each year across North America and Argentina. Nutrien continually works to minimize our environmental footprint as we invest in environmental programs and innovations such as the ones presented here today. Together, we must constantly look for ways to innovate, improve, and increase our positive impact on the environment. There are no easy answers to the challenges ahead, but with the knowledge gathered and the drive of everyone here today, we can make a big difference in our effort to take care of our watersheds. Sharing environmental solutions is important, and I want to thank every student here for their effort and passion. Now is the time to make these ideas happen. It is up to all of us to make a difference in our watersheds. So please join me in congratulating all of the Caring for Our Watersheds finalists.
All right. Thank you so much, Mike. It was really good to have your support. And thanks again for helping us judge last week. So now for the international winner. Each year, Caring for Our Watershed selects one project to implement internationally. This year's project comes from Loveland High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. Reese, Heather, and Maggie, the students on this project, thought outside the box when asked what they could do for their watershed. They addressed the lack of environmental education in their community by creating a deck of cards, pictured there, that have environmental facts, tips, and tricks. To create their deck, the students created 4 categories across the 4 suits outlined on the slide. They distributed the cards at their school, local farmers markets, and in restaurants across their community. To implement this idea internationally, Caring for Our Watersheds created our own environmental education deck of cards inspired by this project. The deck of cards will highlight and be shared across all Caring for Our Watersheds contests in the United States, Canada, and Argentina. So you can learn more about this project using the QR code or link in the chat and other and past international winners, including the Purple Martins. And then if you want to nominate yourself to be the international winner, your project for 2026, you can do that as well by emailing me. Finally, as highlighted in that green box there, teachers and students can receive a deck of cards when they sign up for a Caring for Our Watersheds info session with me in the fall. So I hope that you take advantage of that, and I'm looking forward to see that deck of cards and share those with you. All right, now to celebrating action. I'm really excited this year because we created an action story reel. So for those of you who have been participating in the past, this is a new thing that we've done. So this reel is actually 10 minutes long. It's about a minute per action story for the finalists. So I encourage you to grab some snacks, maybe some water, kick up your feet, and really enjoy each of these juicy projects. They're so wonderful and truly like really quality project. So really proud of you guys, and let's view those action stories now.
The problem is eutrophication, which the process of having too many nutrients in the Chesapeake Bay Watershed. But this could be used to help people who have too little nutrients. The solution is to grow an indoor hydroponic garden. This could impact over 5,000 people, like local organizations, families with no grocery stores nearby, and employees of the schools, students, and families when taught about sustainable farming.
The plan is to grow more fruits and vegetables by teaching the summer to care for the hydroponic garden. In the future, we plan on displaying it during a Friday afternoon at the local farmers market, host the pop-ups on our school grounds, and offer info on how this can solve two issues our community faces with low food insecurity.
The gardening tower that we bought is a garden tower plex. This is us seeing about how tall it is and about how wide and tall. This is it being set up again.
The reason why this much effort is being put into a hydroponic garden is we have to put the effort in to get the results out.
On our campus, we have noticed habitat loss and harm. Our school is next to a canal in the Baltimore Harbor. Even though we are so close to the water, we do not see many of the species that are native to the region, such as the Eastern American toad. We have noticed trash on our campus and in the water. We have also completed water quality testing in the canal and noticed issues such as low salinity and high turbidity. The solution to our problem is to help create native habitats by building a small pond on our school's campus. Our pond will be above ground with ramps so insects and amphibians can access it. We want our pond and the surrounding area to be a refuge for animals that live on our campus and invite other species to come. We want our pond to serve as a teaching tool for our students and anyone who visits the campus.
This is our implementation. The first picture shows the community partners coming into our classrooms to help the kids make the seed bombs. The second picture shows a couple of students making seed bombs, getting their hands a little dirty. The third picture shows the students out there interacting with the community partners. This is a picture of all of us involved.
The people that have helped us with this project are Loud and Water, Sustainability Matters, and all 7th graders, because they all made seed bombs, and all the administrators that have let us carry through with this project.
What we have been trying to do is to create a community pollinator garden for our school. Our plan is to plant some beautiful flowers there that attract the wildlife, so that not only is it a pretty garden, but it's also allowing other animals that are migrating or just live in Virginia to have a place to stay. So our elementary school uses the wooded area a lot. They could go and the garden and talk about flowers. They could go there and visually see all these different types of flowers and insects and animals. And it would be just a really nice place to teach outside. In 2024, 5th grade students created the composting system. This year, we did a school audit to learn what our strengths and weaknesses were. We also revisited the dashboard to see if the amount of waste had decreased. It hadn't. We also made observations and saw that a lot of food and milk was being thrown away. This gave us an idea to start a food share and recycling. The United Recycling Expert comes to us from Republic Services. Our strategies include creating a food share system, a sorting station for composting and recycling, expanding our garden beds, and sharing our story with our community, in the hope that we reduce all of our waste by 15% by the year 2026. Teaching others about how our waste can impact our environment and the effects of climate change will hopefully inspire others to take action.
In our community, the main causes of nutrient runoff are suburban communities with lawns and golf courses.
Nutrient runoff from around our watershed enters the bay and creates a large increase in algae blooms. 70% of the bay has been negatively affected by nitrogen and phosphorus runoff. As a result, there isn't enough oxygen left for the fish and plants to survive.
The main solution of our problem is to plant a buffer on the edge of our school's detention pond.
A local plant nursery has already offered us a special deal on our plant. All 6th grade students take a tour around our school each fall. With this science tour already in place, we plan to take them out to the native plant buffer. We also plan to add a webpage to our Green School website explaining the issue. That way, students will be able to share what they have learned with their parents. Our long-term goal is to eventually get our school Autobots certified and encourage property owners in Turf Valley to do the same.
Single-use plastics are a danger to our watershed, including all marine life in it. This issue is important because it is having major negative effects on our watershed.
So this is our 4-point action plan. We are collecting our data. Our data shows on average 27.75 plastic water bottles are seen at a school lunch every day. We educated the public by going on RCTV and we shared tips every Thursday. And we made posters about these reusable water bottles. And we are going to talk to the SEPS board about replacing plastic water bottles with reusable ones.
For this program, we will be putting slips of papers onto water bottles in the cafeteria to let kids in our school know about our new reusable water bottle program and be able to access these water bottles after we purchase our reusable water bottles.
Single-use plastic water bottles affect not only us as humans by introducing microplastics into our drinking water, but the entire environment. 18 million people in our watershed are affected every day by single-use plastics in their water. And this is why we need your help to make a true positive difference in our environment.
There are many issues that are bothering our streams, but some of the main ones are oversalting with winter road salt, nitrogen pollution caused by fertilizers and dog poop, and overall lack of data on the health of the snake and branch. Our solution: biological stream monitoring and raising awareness about non-point source pollution.
So far that we have collected data, we have seen that since of December, sodium chloride or salt has been rising in the winter months. So when excess road salt is used to dissolve ice, most of it runs off into our streams because it had 750 parts per million in the stream. This is visuals when we went to go take samples from the snake and branch.
We can raise awareness using a number of means, including posting flyers around Langston Hughes, putting in a story on the Hughes News morning broadcast, writing articles and publishing them in local newspapers, and writing letters to politicians.
Many people actually don't know that our stream is what supplies our drinking water. And even worse, people think that doing things bad for the environment can actually help the environment, such as those who believe letting dogs go to the bathroom wherever and not cleaning it is fertilizing the plants. If we gather more data about the health of our stream, we will be able to get a better idea of how healthy the stream is and how it will affect our daily lives.
Invasive species are taking over the schoolyard and community areas. We took a walk with Mr. Schindlers and we noticed invasive species growing behind the school's plant cups. This image demonstrates how water, the dotted blue lines, currently move in our school. The semicircles represent the hills and the pink line outlines the area that we are focusing on. Our main goal is to increase the amount of native plants. Strategy 1. Remove the invasive species. Strategy 2. Gain allyship and support for community creative England while working in collaboration with school leadership to educate the community about the importance of our project. We'll design and print interpretive sites to explain our project and we'll place them on the edges of the rain garden to protect it from people walking in school lawnmowers. Strategy 3. Reducing the negative effects of erosion by filling in the holes leading to the storm drain and placing a bridge in the high traffic area. We will remove clay because it does not absorb the water well. We will then fill in with sand, topsoil, gravel, and native plants with low the ground around the ridge. Strategy 4. Planting a rain garden with a focus on herbaceous plants, shrubs, where erosion occurs. Our video for our school's marine issue will educate students about erosion and invasive species and hopefully inspire younger students to care about these issues.
By engaging students and parents, we can deepen our connection with the environment and they will have the opportunity to learn how to take care of the chicks.
Students learning to grow locally, appreciate nature and life. Eggs will be used in the facts classes for bacon. Cafeteria's leftover foods will be used for chicken feed. Composters used in the vegetable gardens, reducing the runoff. Students can earn service hours as well, and chicks provide comfort and happiness. We have successfully hatched 2 batches of eggs with 21 healthy chicks. Students have fully engaged in this. Chicks are providing comfort and happiness. We are learning to appreciate nature, and setting up the outdoor coop was just amazing, and students totally loved it. Chickens might be red, they might even be blue. They like to eat violets and roses too. They think they can fly and make sure shy, but they're back on the ground, quickly running around. They're on to play, enjoy the eggs they lay.
That poem is lovely. Wow. I hope you all enjoy just seeing a snippet of each of these action stories of the finalists. And soon we will learn about the placements. Awesome. Thank you all for letting me record those action stories last week. That was really fun to put together. So now I'd like to move on to the shout out and appreciation section of our celebration. Let's take some collective pause here. So a super special shout out to like everyone involved in this, including my staff. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing on the back end of all of this. So a special shout out to all of the volunteers who mentored student groups, were watershed ambassadors, judged the written proposals and the action story presentations. This wouldn't be possible without our community leaders and our partners who support this work. So let's celebrate and thank these incredible folks who keep showing up in youth adult partnerships with our young people. So I'm going to start by sharing the proposal judges and mentors, and all of these folks I have really grown so fondly of, and I can now call these folks my colleagues and friends. So starting from left to right, I'm just going to share their first names. So thank you, Jen. Thank you, Alexis and Dan, Devin, Eli, Heather, and Lee. Thank you, Lola, Jessica L, Jessica P. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Laura, Melissa, Megan, Ray, and Stephen. Thank you to our proposal judges. Let's give them a round of applause. Love all these comments in the chat. Thanks for engaging with us. Next, we have our finalist judges. So I'll read their names from left to right as well. And then I have a special treat from you guys. They made a video for you. And so we're going to share that. I really couldn't resist highlighting these really special humans. Huge kudos to the 4 to 5 hours that they gave last week viewing live action stories. And they submitted all their scores on time just last Friday. So let's see a little video from them.
Hey everyone, my name is Cedar. I work at the Wild Center, which is a museum and science center in upstate New York. I'm so excited to be here with you all today. I have been working with students on their developing and implementing their action projects for the last 10 years. And this is a super exciting project to me because I don't get to work with middle school students very much. I mostly work with high school students. So I'm really excited to be a judge this year again. And one thing that I love and appreciate about my watershed here in upstate New York is being close to Lake Champlain.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gitanjali Paul. I'm joining as a judge from College Station, Texas. So I am excited to hear all about the ways you are working to protect your watershed. I work for an organization that I founded called Gitanjali Learning Design LLC, and I get to collaborate with students and schools and organizations to think about how can we use systems thinking to make a difference to build a more sustainable world. So I can't wait to hear all of the different ways that you're trying to care for our watershed and change the systems involved.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mike Nemeth, and I'm joining you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I work for Nutrien, which is the world's largest provider of crop inputs and services, reaching every major growing region in the world. And I'm excited to be here today because As part of the global sustainability team, I lead the nature portfolio, which includes everything to do with water across our global business. And my background is in water, so I have a passion around water stewardship, watersheds, and looking at the watershed level. So I'm really interested to hear and see the things that you guys have come up with.
Hello, everyone. I am Portia Ray, and I am from Dallas, Texas. I support the U.S. Department of Energy as a management analyst, and I'm super excited to hear from you all today, hear your youth voices, hear your project ideas, and just to learn more about your watersheds.
All right. Thank you to all of you. Such great people. I got to spend so much quality time with them last week, so I thought you might want to get to know them a little bit more as well. My next slide, I want to share about the community partners involved in these projects. So this year in the Caring for Our Watersheds rubric, it was actually required that students work with 2+ partners as part of this new rubric. And so I think we saw a lot more sustainability of these projects, and we will continue to as well. There's also a lot less burden on teachers when there's community partners involved as well. So just wanted to share some of their logos here. And if you're here as a community partner, feel free to introduce yourself, say hi in the chat, and we really appreciate you. Also, if we missed a community partner, which is definitely going to be happening, please let me know. We'd love to recognize you at a later time. So thank you again. And finally, we'd like to thank our educators in school districts. Specifically from these school districts are the projects that we saw this year. And the wonderful, wonderful set of teachers I've been working with since the fall. It has been a wonderful year. We've been meeting monthly in a community of practice. And so I'd like to shout out Maddie and Megan. I'd like to shout out Fiza and Gabby. I'd like to shout out Susan. I'd like to shout out Sherry, Patty and Kirk. You guys are awesome. Manju, great to have you. Great to work with you. Allison, thank you, Kim. Great to work with you again. Kate and Janos, new this year. Great to work with you. Kim and Julie, also new this year. Great to have you on board. And Chris as well is new, and then Claire. So thank you, educators. It has been such an honor working alongside you and learning from you this year. So much celebration happening. All right. I know you guys are like, okay, let's get to the juicy part, right? I want to know where I placed, how much money I won. So let's get into the award ceremony. To set the stage, we gave out over $10,000 of implementation funding in February and March. And we have engaged over 1,000 students directly through Caring for Our Watersheds this year. This is actually the most amount of students that we have impacted since my time at Earth Force across the last 3 years. So I'd like to begin by announcing the special recognition projects. All of these projects received action funding and are implementing their actions within the next year. So special recognition projects, I would like to start by recognizing Caring for Our Community, Eco Action Waterwise, Looking Out for Brookie, Merlin Citizen Science, Plantable Pencils, Piney Branch Creek Action, Practice Awareness, and Trout in the Classroom. Nice job, special recognition project. So I have special banners for you guys and gifts, and I'll be coming next week. So now on to the honorable mentions. I like to give a special shout out to these folks. So they were like 11th, 12th, 13th place and didn't quite make it to the finals, but were super close. So I like to give them a special shout out. The honorable mentions also get a special banner. So recognizing herbaceous intervention, pollution solution, and zombie apocalypse. Those are great names. All of them really catchy. All right. So this year we were actually able to complete the voting before the finals, before today, and the votes are in. That means we can announce 2 awards. So there's the People's Choice Award, which is the best action story that was a non-finalist. So think of those honorable mentions and those special recognition projects that I just reviewed, and they get $250. And then the audience pick, which is the best overall. And that you just get bragging rights. So there were actually over 700 votes this past week. And we just looked about an hour before this event to gather the most up-to-date data on that. I do encourage you to go back and view those action stories, even though the voting is complete. So the winner for the People's Choice Award, winning $250, is London Town Elementary School. Looking out for Brookie. If you don't know what that cute Brookie nickname is, it's referring to the trout, Brookie Trout. So this is a trout in the classroom project adapted for caring for our watersheds. And then the best overall that got the most votes, which earns the bragging rights of audience pick, is Farmwell Station Middle School with the seed bomb project in Loudoun County, Virginia. So they're tackling habitat loss caused by data centers in Northern Virginia. Really innovative project. Nice job, guys. All right, on to the finals. Every finalist also has been awarded funds and started implementing their action. They have 1 year to complete it. This past spring, they met with partners, mentors, myself, and their teams to begin implementation and put together an action story that incorporated the feedback from the first round of judging in February and March. And they had to follow the Caring for Our Watersheds rubric. Just last week, they presented to those finalist judges that you just met, and we recorded those action stories for you to watch on the virtual showcase. So no one that is here today live knows how they placed, but the results are in. And it was super close. It always is super close. I mean, within points of each other. So truly, like, be grateful and happy, like, wherever you placed. And there's so much to celebrate here today. So we're going to start with the runner-ups, who I consider those 10th to 4th place. And we're going to cue the music and get rolling here. All right. So in 10th place, Farmwell Station Middle School, winning $300. Recognizing Crossroads School, Living Classroom, it is a Living Classroom project, but it's about living ponds, winning $350. Recognizing Fredericksburg Academy with their project on a pollinator community garden, winning $400. Recognizing Blair Middle School with their project Big Green and Gold, winning $450. Recognizing Rachel Carson Middle School with their project Single-Use Plastics Campaign, winning $500. Recognizing Mount View Middle School, their Buffer Builders, winning $600. Recognizing Jamestown Elementary School, the Native Restorers, winning $700. Congratulations! Nice job. Woo! Hopefully that feels really exciting. And if your name wasn't called, you know that is because you're the top 3. So keep those engagements happening in the chat. We'd love to keep resharing those. And I can just feel the energy of you guys all celebrating in your classrooms right now. And if you're watching this not live, congratulations as well. Okay, so the top 3 are going to get a special banner. So the others will get a banner that says runner-up, and then this one you'll actually get your placement, 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place. Okay. So again, congratulations, and you're going to get your award check in the mail soon in the next 2 weeks. All right, so let's get on to the top 3. These placements will get significant award money for their efforts. Let's jump right in. Drum roll. You get a drum roll, team? Yeah. I almost forgot about that. That's great. Production. All right. So in third place, we recognize Pollution is Bugging Our Stream, Langston Hughes Middle School, winning $800. Woo! Congratulations, Kim. Oh my gosh. It's been a roller coaster working with you, and I'm so proud and I'm so happy you guys did so well. All right, recognizing in second place, we have Get to Green Gurus, London Town Elementary School, winning $900. Woo! Oh my gosh, yeah. It's really exciting. I haven't had these schools placed in top 3 before, so really big congrats. And finally, if you're figuring out who this is, process of elimination, Miss Fiza, you did it again. You did it again. Nice job with your project, Eat and Grow Locally, Catherine Johnson Middle School. Woo! All right, so we're gonna have a full-on dance party, and I'm gonna welcome some of my team in the back end to come in and dance with you guys. We're gonna take a 15-minute movement dance party break. Ready? All right. Thanks, Taylor. Thanks, Alyssa. That's amazing. All right. I wish we could welcome you all off screen to enjoy that moment together. So congratulations to everyone. No matter your place in the finals, you are doing important work, and we are all so proud of you for the actions you are taking to improve our watershed. We put together a reflection reel from students' reflections after their presentations to give you a snippet of their experience and their process, and learn more about what they learned about themselves, their community, and they also have some really good advice that they want to give other young people. So let's go ahead and close out our program watching this reflection reel.
We learned how much we really do care about our environment and how engaged we are in these issues.
I learned that I can hold chickens. I'm not scared of chickens anymore.
We got to learn more about our earth, composting, and recycling, all while having fun with our teachers and community.
I learned that it's kind of hard to follow the script and get the timing right for everything.
It helped me gain a little confidence because I love speaking to people about things and discussing. But when I'm speaking in front of my class, I have trouble with my R sound. So a lot of times it comes out weird, so I feel really embarrassed. So this whole process has given me a little confidence.
When Miss G first shown us with this project, I thought that it might be really hard and really time consuming, but in the end I realized that all of us are very smart and and I feel like we did really well on this project.
Even though we meet for only 15 minutes, we meet every day, and I learned that if you put a little effort towards a big goal every day and work hard, you can obtain anything you want.
I do know that I'm sometimes a little bit bossy when it comes to these things, so I thought it was a good fact to learn to cooperate with everyone.
That I can work with people without actually having to take charge. It's okay to back off. Let other people do things.
We as individuals have grown in this area of gaining more knowledge, and we'll take this to high school, college, and later in our jobs. It's really valuable to have this lesson at this young age, and I think every kid who wants to be a part of Going Green should have a chance to do this. So I believe that if anybody who's passionate should always get a chance, like us.
for us, like since we're young, we make like a bigger impact than like if adults did this, because like our voices are like louder and more people will like listen to us since we're like kids.
I think people are becoming more aware that children have a say in these things, kind of like trailblazing that. Because normally I don't think that a kid would be able to like present to a bunch of like really fancy judges and have like a cool presentation and help like try to make the community better. It was really fun to feel like I was actually doing something for the community, and it was just a nice experience.
Definitely feels very great and rewarding.
Empowering, because the young people, as everyone and a lot of people have been saying, we are paving the way for the future. And the fact that we're bringing chickens into schools now makes us feel so happy.
It just made me feel proud of what I'm able to, that I have a voice, that I can push out and just tell people a problem that they can help me fix if we just do it together.
And it feels like you're important. You're actually able to make a change in the world.
I think it's just really nice how we can go around and just like see our progress and see how it's helping the community too.
We wish to see single-use plastics not used. We wish to see our environment push to what it once was, in that we are being the change that we want to see in the world. We are advocating for this.
I feel like going forward, it's kind of like pushes you to do more and advocate more for your community and environment, knowing that you can do small changes like this each year.
It feels like we're doing something right. It feels like we're doing something right.
You don't have to be an adult, or you don't have to be some kind of big leader to try and make a change, and you can actually do stuff in your community.
Find something that you're really interested in and see how it could help the environment and the other people in the area.
Your first step should be to make a plan.
Teamwork is really important, because we couldn't have done it without all our community partners and everyone like participating.
Don't forget to cooperate, talk to people. This isn't just on you, it's on all of us.
I also think that they definitely have to be patient, because it isn't going to happen overnight. Like, I think we started this back in like January or December or something.
It's going to take a while to keep moving forward. If you like keep putting in like the work and you keep researching, and it's fine if you like ask for help from like an adult.
Even if the change is small, just enjoy that you're able to even make a change. Like, any sort of change is still a change.
Don't be scared to try something. Even if it doesn't work, you tried to benefit the community and you gave it your best.
Don't be afraid of like the consequences for something that you really want to do. I didn't really know if I should join Get to Green or not, because I just thought it would be kind of scary to like meet a bunch of new people that I didn't really know. So like, take risks.
Never give up on yourself. Like, keep dreaming, keep following your dreams, follow your passions.
If you really want to do something, you will do it. Because when we started this project in about February, we started really late, so we weren't sure if we would have enough time to complete a project. But we did, somehow. And, you know, we're here in the finals.
Yeah, here we are.
Yes.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Oof, goosebumps, tears welling up. Oh my gosh. I love capturing those like very real, authentic moments of, what this is really about, right? So thank you for participating after your presentations, young people, as I prompted you with some questions, and happy to share that reflection reel with you guys so you can share it out with more folks too. All right, we are almost at the end of our program here today. So for those of you who are participating in caring for our watersheds, I am going to share some things that are happening next. And also my colleague is going to be resharing some comments that we didn't share during that reflection reel, just because we didn't want to cover up the text at the bottom. So you'll see those coming in. So what's next? For all of you on this call, community partners, district leaders, etc., I have set up, or I will be setting up and finalizing a time and date as soon as next week for me to visit in person. I have gifts for you all. So you all are receiving, I just have Virginia's in front of me, but a field guide Some of them are Maryland, if you're in Maryland, so don't worry. So I have a bunch of different field guides for young people that we got from the Outdoor Learning Store. They're amazing. Shout out to them. Educators, I have this super cool resource called a walking curriculum, evoking wonder and developing a sense of place. So a great place to start when just building up those observational skills and kicking off caring for our watersheds. So I have these great resources, a banner. I have this giant check. It's so big. It's so big. I don't know if you can see it. It's so big. It's not even fitting in the screen. So we're going to get to celebrate in person together. And you're going to get your real check in the mail as soon as the end of next week or the following week. We'll have some surveys. And then we do have 2 more community of practice meetings. So whether you participated this year or interested in participating next year, we've been meeting on the 3rd Wednesday of the month. So we'll have one in May and then in June, wrapping up our school year. Then I probably won't chat with you unless you want to do some summer planning until October. And then finally, I have some folks who are doing Caring for Our Watersheds for a couple of years. And so if you have your impact summaries, and have finished projects from previous years, please get those to me by the end of June. Yeah, and I already picked a date for Caring for Our Watersheds for next year, so you can do some planning around that. So you could, the proposal deadline is March 6th, and I've heard from folks that you'd like to get funding even a little bit sooner than that. So feel free. It's a rolling admission to submit your budgets and even a preliminary proposal as soon as the fall. And we'll work together to get you some funding out the door to kick this off. I also have water testing kits. So if you schedule a meeting with me, you might get one of these. If you don't have one already, they're really great. And of course, that card deck that I mentioned earlier. So yeah. I hope you participate next year in some way, shape, or form as a judge, a community partner, administrator. Please be an ambassador and share out this program with other folks. So yeah, this is the part where we say, see you later, and I will literally see you next week. Thank you so much for joining us today. This concludes our programming. We at Course can't wait to see these projects continue to be implemented and to see young people working in partnership with adults to make lasting collective change with their community. It has been a wonderful 3rd annual Environmental Action Civics Week team. I'm so happy to be part of this team. So yeah, just want to leave you with congratulations. You did it, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for being here.